pull the video up and then I will post the link.
All right. I haven't even fucking submitted my lineup for the league that we're in, the fucking elimination league.
Oh, that's funny. It says this live event will begin 1:40.
So I think I'm gonna play DK Metcalf instead of Robbie Anderson. It's cool that I actually have like things to select like in that league because like I went so deep at receiver that like I can actually like this Quincy Newell I have to drop from my roster. He's not playing at all. He's fucking done for the year. But once 2 guys get eliminated this week, I'm definitely picking some motherfuckers up. That 17-man league, there's just nobody. Wait, Cutie's on the free agency.
Yeah, somebody dropped him.
I like low-key want to pick him up, but I don't want to spend a
It,
dollar
it
on picking
doesn't,
him up.
dude. I don't think it's spending $1 if you do the first come first serve moves. I'm not sure though because some people are only missing like a few bucks, but I know they've done more moves than that.
You need to figure that out then, because if I can get him for free, I'd just drop him right now for a new wall.
Yeah, I mean, I would go double check, but like on the website or whatever. But so wait, we are
How do I
live right
double
now.
check? Yeah, we are. How do I double check then?
Uh, 1 second. Let me pull up the YouTube channel real quick. I gotta see us.
Log player data.
So in order to do that, I'm gonna go to the website. Do you have any fantasy questions this week, sir?
I mean, I will. After we figure this out, shit.
Yeah,
Um,
I got my alarm set for 8. I don't know why. What the heck?
Valid cannot. 0 is below the minimum bid of 1. I think I have to bid $1.
But there might be a way to do first come first serve moves. Um,
Like I can bid $1, but since nobody's bidding on them, I'll get them. Or
yeah, if you go to add drops on the website on the web page, and then type in what's his name, Kuti. Oh, maybe it's just one. My bad. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's worth $1.
yeah, he's a buck. He's not worth $1. I wouldn't do it because you're gonna be picking up new players this next week. 2 teams are getting dropped.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping guess what Quincy
He's gonna
Newell
be the
anyways.
first. He's gonna be the first guy that you drop this next week. So
Yeah. Okay.
there's no point
Yeah,
in
there's no
acting
point
wild.
for sure. All right, it's one of the matchups, bro. So I'm down 10 points because Christian McCaffrey fucked me. Um, Kenny Galladay or Duke Johnson. I played Duke Johnson over Kenny Galladay. Just for pure upside this week, I think. Allen Robinson or Duke Johnson though, in the flex. I mean,
Allen Robinson.
unless you think Brandon Cooks and Ty should be benched for whatever reason. But
No. You said Allen Robinson or Duke Johnson?
yeah, Kenny Galladay as
I'm
well.
going. I'm going Allen Robinson all day. He showed that he was like the number one guy in their offense last week.
Yeah, but Duke Johnson was used quite a bit. He got 11 points, 9 receptions,
I don't.
9
Allen
attempts.
Robinson just has so much more upside, dude.
See, I don't think he does. They're going the mile
Yeah.
high.
The Bears are playing who now?
Denver.
I'm, I'm just. Did you watch the Bears game?
Oh yeah, no, he looked good. But I'm just saying that like Mitchell Trubisky does not look good.
Well, no, Mitchell Trubisky does not look good, but Allen Robinson was all over the field. He was getting open like ridiculous amounts, and
And I get
made
that.
it really easy on Trubisky.
And I get that. If he gets a touchdown, then he can definitely have a good week. But I think Duke Johnson, dude, like he's getting targeted and he's running the ball. Like he had 11 points last week. That's not bad. He gets a touchdown, or a little better. He gets one breakaway. 8th most fantasy points to running backs this season. And
I feel you,
the
but
defense looks like
you're
shit.
very dependent on the breakaway. You're dependent on like him doing something abnormal rather than doing something normal.
Well, not
You
really,
know,
because
whereas
normal,
like
because he did everything normal. He didn't do that great against the Saints, but he still got 11 points. He literally didn't do shit against the Saints.
His name is Dookie, bro. He's not that good.
Duke Johnson rushed 9 times for 57 yards, and he caught 405 for 33. He's gonna get both yards.
Allen Robinson's gonna get 8 catches today, 8 on 11 targets.
For how much? That could be like 40 yards.
Well, what is it? Half point PPR?
Yeah.
Because that's only 4 points. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. You know where I stand. I love Allen Robinson now. Like, I was really stressed about him going into the season, and then I saw him play in that game. He just looked stronger than he did before, and he's still such a young receiver. It's like
13th fewest fantasy points to receivers in the season, so like 20 something.
Yeah, but just 1 week though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Half PPR, Philip Lindsay or John Brown.
Dude, it's just so hard of a choice because I just don't think the fucking Bears are gonna do shit.
I go John Brown because Philip Lindsay's going against the Bears. Philip Lindsay will get some nice dump off passes, but I think the John Brown is the key. I think it's a tough decision because Philip Lindsay's like a guy that you drafted to be a starter.
I think you have to go John Brown just because of the Bears, dude. I'm not playing
The
any more
Bears,
bets
they
against
shut
the
down
Bears.
Aaron Jones. They
Yeah.
shut down Jamal Williams. They shut down pretty much any running back that comes in a 50-mile radius.
Like, there's a chance that Lindsey does good, but like I think that chance is just everything has to go right for him. Versus John
Yeah.
Brown, he gets one fucking catch for the touchdown and he's good.
Yeah, it's a super tough decision, but I don't know.
I think it's just
It's an instant John Brown for me.
yeah, no,
And if you fail because of that decision, like that sucks. But I think that you made the right one regardless.
and against the Giants, I mean, come on, like that's just such a shit
The
fucking defense.
Giants, yeah.
Look at the Cowboys like last week, dude. I mean, Josh
Yeah.
Norman said it. Anybody could do what he just Dak Prescott did last week.
Yeah.
Bro, I think I'm sticking to my guns. I'm just gonna do Juice Johnson, like I
You're
said. Yeah.
Dookie Johnson. All right.
Oh,
Traded Jameson for Lindsey straight up last week. I think that's a good trade, hands down. But like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
just a bad week to take Lindsey.
because I wouldn't even have Jameis on my roster to begin with. Or wait,
Well, no, Jameson
Winston.
played well.
Jameis Winston, or I think Jameis Winston.
Jameson Crowder.
Jameis
who he's
Crowder, I
talking
think,
about. Yeah. Yeah, Jameson Crowder's he had a really good week, and I think you're getting max value for him because of that.
And I think that's still good. But Jameis Winston would even be better. That would be,
Yeah.
that would be a good
Fucking trade Jameis Winston away for
for fucking Philip
for
Lindsay.
Lindsey.
Oh god.
I'd be a proud man. Yeah. What do you think of Sony Michel or Kerryon Johnson? We talked about this, I think, but I need you to tell me again.
I just think I would start both of them and not start Alshon, bro.
No, Alshon
If
Jeffrey.
you have to, so
If I had to pick one,
if you had to pick one, is it a full PPR or like half point?
full PPR.
Ooh, so that makes
All my
Kerryon
leagues,
even more.
almost all
Like,
my leagues are full PPR. You say Kerryon?
you already so you're already starting Sony Michel in one league, right? So just go carry on, bro. Fuck it.
Okay. All right. And then in this other one, I have a choice between Joe Mixon, Chris Conley, or Justin Jackson. If Joe Mixon does not play, who do you pick between Conley or Jackson?
Oh fuck.
It's a very deep. It's a deep dynasty. So like, and we start like 8 skill positions every week. That's why that's the choice. It's not actually a bad start in the 8th
I think
spot.
you just go Justin Jackson for pure upside. Because I don't
You
think
do.
Chris Conley's gonna do anything.
I'm probably gonna go Mixon regardless. But yeah, I'll do Justin Jackson. I'm like, it's so tough because like Conley did so well last week. He had like 23 points because of Gardner Minshew just like crushed it, and like that's possible again. Like obviously it's not the
It
it's the
is.
exception. I don't know.
It's just that the Chiefs' defense looked like complete shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I think Justin Jackson would be the play.
and they're gonna go into the game with having a backup and with the recipe of running the ball because they had to constantly throw it because they're behind because they're playing against the fucking Chiefs. So the Chiefs are dropping 40 points on whoever they play, but so they're gonna try to run the ball as much as they can. And so there's just gonna be less opportunity going around. Okay, so
Yeah, I just like Eckler so much that it's like it's tough to play Justin Jackson for me.
oh, I feel you.
What's up? You had a question?
I don't know yet. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So Antonio Brown or Tyler Lockett. I think I just go Antonio
Oh
Brown.
my God, that's a painful question, bro.
I think I just have to go Antonio Brown, bro. Just
I
risk
think you're
it
right.
for the
I
biscuit.
think you're right. They said he'd been staying late all week long, like learning
Yeah,
playbook and like
yeah,
practicing with
he's gonna
Jarrett
put
Stidham.
playing. They're gonna get him involved because like, yeah, and I got Cam in that league, so it's like he shot the bed with
Yeah.
like 11 points. So I need to make up some ground here.
Yeah, Antonio Brown could have a crazy
Crazy
week.
week, dude. So I think I gotta
It's
play
just
him for pure upside.
yeah, because they're gonna try to use him as much as they can since he might not even be with the team like as soon as next week. So they're gonna try to get as much value as possible before having to get rid of him probably.
Okay, so the thing I did in this league is I started. So far, I'm starting McCoy instead of Joe Mixon. Like I think
Sean
that's
McCoy.
yeah instead of Joe Mixon. I benched Joe Mixon for McCoy. I think.
And like I don't hate it, dude. Like I was literally thinking about playing freaking Chris Conley instead of Joe Mixon this week because an ankle sprain is nothing to like laugh about, man. It's
And
like
if it's your main back, you're not gonna run the ball with him like and get him even more banged up. You know, like
yeah,
you
it
got to
doesn't
go
make
the whole season
sense.
with him. So
Yeah.
I just don't
Like
think he deserves
Giovanni
work.
Bernard, I feel more comfortable playing this week than Joe
Oh
Mixon.
yeah,
Like,
I think he's gonna get more work in this whole week or this game for sure because he's healthy.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and he's got upside too. He's got that PPR upside. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
like I don't it's hard for me to play Mixon this week, but he's also a guy I drafted in the top 2 rounds because
Oh well,
I
this one's
like
an
Mixon that
auction. I got
much.
Mixon for like $29, so I'm fine.
Oh, you got a good deal on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that
Um,
being said, Brandon Cooks or Alshon Jeffrey, because that's another one in the same league, dude.
Brandon Cooks, I think
Yeah, against New Orleans, I think you have to do it.
give Brandon Cooks one more week to mess up. And then if he messes up again, then you can start going Alshon
Well,
Jeffrey.
they're at home too, and typically they do a lot better at home.
Tyreek Hill for Hawkinson.
Hmm. I don't think I like it.
I would try to see if I could get more value for it.
Yeah.
I think Tyreek Hill, like,
Tyreek Hill for like Evan Ingram, maybe.
how long did they say Tyreek Hill is going to be out? Like
Isn't it like 6 to 8 or
8
something?
weeks. I gotta do some
Soldier Hunt.
research real quick.
Soldier
I
Hunt
gotta,
right now, real quick.
because I'm not sure about how long he's gonna be out. I think that plays a key role in expected to
Four
miss
to
4
six
to 6
weeks. Yeah.
weeks.
I think you.
And he was really struggled in week 1 too, like in the time that he was in.
Yeah, how long was he even in after? I don't even remember.
It wasn't much. It was pretty
Yeah, I
quick.
don't think it was much.
But I really like Hawkinson, and OJ Howard is probably not going to do much because he's in that Bruce Arians offense, and he's got Jameis Winston throwing him the ball and pretty much every bad thing possible. But I think you're losing a lot of value.
I just feel like you should just pick up Greg Olsen and call it a day. To be honest.
Well, yeah, if Greg Wilson's a free agent, or if like Darren Waller or even Jeff Swaim, I think I'd rather do that than trade away Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, you can throw in like an IR spot probably and keep him for a little while and just grab a tight end to play in the meanwhile if there is an IR spot.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation with OJ, but I luckily, like I said, I picked up Vance McDonald because somebody dropped him, so that was huge. So I can definitely go Vance next week. But if I didn't have Vance in my league, dude, I would probably just pick up Greg Olsen.
Hurting for Arians' offense is anti tight end. We didn't even realize that preseason either, and like Kyle told me that yesterday, and I was like, crap. I was like, I didn't even like think to look at the coaching change there. Like I was looking at all these other coaching changes, and like, and then that was the one where I was like,
Yeah, and the argument too was just that like Bruce Arians never had a good tight end like OJ, so that was one of the arguments for OJ.
yeah,
But like,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
It
He
doesn't
never
really
did.
matter. He's still not featuring him. Like so he's playing like more than he ever used to. He's getting like 82% of the snap share. He's
But he's
just not.
blocking. He's like not running that many routes. So like if I was you, I would look for a guy who has 2 tight ends that are both like elite, I guess, and then try to make a trade that doesn't involve Tyreek Hill if possible. Or if you include Tyreek Hill, try to get more value because
Yeah, like Evan Ingram could be a better trade. I don't know how good Evan Ingram is for that. Like in that trade, that might still
I
be a
would
bad
I
trade.
would do
But
that. I would do Evan Ingram for
Evan
Tyreek
Ingram
Hill because I
yeah,
think Evan Ingram's a top 3 tight end this year.
yeah, I know he's gonna be a baller, but
Yeah, but you're trading a second round pick essentially for a 13th round pick.
I think you have to just stream
That
tight end.
hurts.
Like it doesn't have to be only Greg Olsen. It could be
A
like one
different
week you go
matchup
for
every
Jimmy.
week.
Yeah, one week you go Jimmy Graham. One week you go some. You just gotta like Jared Cook's a free agent in my leagues now, like in 2 of my leagues. So if somebody dropped Jared Cook, like look at the waiver wire for sure, and see who people are dropping, because sometimes they just drop some of these tight ends out of straight up frustration.
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. We're just trying to do our best for the fantasy community, help people out if we can. Give at least a little bit extra advice, since you can never have too much.
Yeah, and it's just to compare with your own thoughts too. You could, if two guys are telling you something that is the same, maybe you feel more comfortable doing it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I called
and
it
this is a
last week,
guy.
Greg Olson, because I was like keeping an eye on Greg Olson on this waiver. Like, I just think Greg Olson, Cam's favorite target. He's always been Cam's favorite target. Cam's throwing the ball like he never has before. Because like he used to run the ball a lot more. Now he's just like a straight pocket passer. I don't know why, but he's just gonna get
Kind of
targets from Cam,
strange,
I
man.
think. And as long as Greg Olson's like healthy, I think he actually has like pretty decent weeks where it's like minimum of 5 points, with like a upside of like 15, anywhere from like 5 to 15. That's why I like Greg Olson.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hate the Panthers offense right now. It's
Oh,
making me sad.
it sucks to take
But
Greg Olson. It
I
doesn't
feel
feel
you.
good, but like
Yeah.
statistically, I think it makes sense.
Follow your channels for the work. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like there's going to be tight ends available too after this week. There's going to be a few guys on free agency that you're like,
Oh,
wait, this
well,
guy
actually,
scored
too.
30
Don't
points.
forget about Chris Herndon.
Chris Herndon.
Chris Herndon's he's going to be coming back from a suspension. He's going to be available in pretty much all your leagues, I think. And so you just pick him up either this week or next week, and you should be fine. But that also depends on Sam Darnold, I think, because if Sam Darnold's not there, that could suck. Because like,
Well, also I like CJ Uzama, and he's a free agent in a lot of leagues, and I like because Andy Dalton's coming into his own this season, and I kind of enjoy that CJ Uzama. The other guy that didn't do anything week one that I'm still kind of like looking at is what's his name, Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox is the number one tight end in Buffalo, and they have a great matchup this week. So hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying he's the only tight end in Buffalo,
I would rather just start.
and he's
I
got a
would rather
great
play Vernon
matchup.
Davis, man.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not starting him this week. I'm just saying look at him for
That's
next
another
week
one you could do
'cause-
too. Is Vernon Davis. If Jordan Reed's
yeah,
out, like Vernon Davis is never really a terrible play if Jordan Reed's out.
yeah. Jordan Reed's had like 8 concussions, so he's probably gonna be out for a long time.
Yeah, he's probably just done.
His career's pretty much over.
Yeah, Vernon Davis isn't bad. I think Greg Olson,
We
Vernon
should trade it.
Davis, Jimmy Graham every now and again can be a stream. Even Jason Witten, honestly, if he just gets a touchdown, I wouldn't do that one, but
We should just trade Trent Williams and Jordan Reed for Minka Fitzpatrick, bro. I don't think they would go for it.
I don't know. Probably not.
That'd be sick though, wouldn't it?
They want a first round draft pick.
But I mean, Trent Williams is a damn
Which,
beast. Like that's worth it if he plays.
if we gave up a first round draft pick for Fitzpatrick, that's good because we're probably going to have like 20 plus.
Yeah, we can't do it. We can't do it because we're gonna be like the first pick in the draft,
Yeah.
so it sucks.
So for us, like, it'll make sense. And we have a 22-year-old safety who's going to be the future
Yeah,
and take over for Jenkins.
dude, I want Minka Fitzpatrick so damn bad, bro. Like that would help our defense. Our safeties are the worst safeties in the league, and we're missing Quentin Dunbar at cornerback right now. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, we have that one guy we got from the Giants, Landon Collins, but aside from that, it's like,
Yeah.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
So last last one is I have Juju playing obviously, and then Robert Woods, Kamara, Marlon Mack, and then for my flex, I'm starting Michael Gallup. My other option is David Montgomery, MVS, Jarvis, Miles Sanders, McCoy, Justin Jackson. So you're definitely
wait.
not playing. You're definitely not going to play MVS, I don't think.
What's your decision here?
So I guess it's like Michael Gallup or like McCoy, basically, or David Montgomery. But I'm just gonna go Gallup. I don't think it's like I'm pretty much just gonna do it. I'm just saying if you would do the same or feel the same about doing that. Gallup over Montgomery, Gallup over McCoy, Gallup over Jarvis.
That's actually what Fantasy Pros says, though. It has like Gallup as like one of the top wide receivers this week because
yeah.
he's going against the Washington secondary, and like if you watch the Eagles Redskins game, which we both did, because
Yeah, it's just a super good matchup. Gallup's actually pretty damn good. I'm always, dude. I've been a
the deep ball is what's going to happen again in this week. Like, so Gallup is the guy for that. Like,
Gallup was,
Amari
like, my
Cooper's going to be
favorite.
running across the middle, and Gallup's going to be going deep and getting like all those deep balls against our weak ass safeties.
Gallup was like my favorite receiver coming off of last week's waiver wire, dude. Like everybody was probably thinking like Marquise Brown. People that like people that don't know much about fantasy is probably thinking that Marquise Brown's the best. People that do are probably thinking Gallup or even Torrey McLaurin. I'm not sure about Torrey McLaurin, but a lot of people that are really good at fantasy like him. So
Yeah, I would still take Gallup this week, and then
oh
Terry
yeah,
McLaurin if he has another good week, which he probably will. I think Trey Quinn's gonna have the best week of Washington receivers this week, though.
yeah. I mean, I like Marquise Brown as a pickup, but
Yeah, but
I think
Gallup,
Gallup's I think was just better.
yeah,
The people didn't
I
even
think
think
Gallup for
about
the week especially is better
Gallup for the week,
because
especially. Yeah.
and Hollywood's injured, so I don't know. VD has VD. Yeah, we used to always scream that as he's running down the field. VD, like every time.
What?
Um, the guy in the chat he said VD has VD, venereal disease.
Uh,
Vernon Davis has venereal disease. So we'd always scream that every time Vernon Davis would run down the field.
I didn't know what that meant.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was like,
It's
Vernon
not
Davis is
good.
Vernon Davis. That's what I thought.
Uh,
I was like, that's not
yeah, I
right.
got you. Um, Sony Michelle, Christian Kirk, LaShawn McCoy.
Sonny Michelle, Kristen Kirk, Sean McCoy.
We already talked about this, right? You said Sony Michelle.
Yeah.
God, that hurts so bad, man. I don't know.
Against the Miami Dolphins, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Sony Michelle against the Dolphins is the best play there.
I'm kind of sad
What
that,
other questions are there?
I'm kind of sad that guy from last week's not back in here. The guy that was asking like crap ton of
Yeah,
questions.
he asked like 50 questions. Yeah.
Probably didn't come back because we said Mike Williams over Djax, and then he got killed by that probably.
Oh, did we say that? I didn't even
Yeah.
see that part.
But like honestly, you can't even blame us because
We
Mike
got so
Williams
many
is because I think
questions right, though.
Mike Williams is still the play there. Honestly, it's just he got injured, which was just unlucky. You can't predict injury, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Are there any other lineup questions? Let's see. Maybe we can troll Twitter again.
maybe.
I don't have any other questions really for my lineups. I'm pretty stacked. As long as Joe Mixon plays, I don't have any issues.
Yeah. I think I got one more shit set up too.
Oh my God. Somebody posted Andrew Luck or Jake Locker.
Shit.
Gerhardt or Rashad Jennings. What the hell? Flacco, Russell Wilson. Who would you play there?
Russell Wilson, bro. It's not even a question.
Oh my God.
So, Galladay, Damian Williams, Christian Kirk, or Calvin Ridley. I think it's full point PPR too.
Oh, I just realized that. Never mind. All right, whatever. What was your question? I'm sorry.
What?
I was reading something and I got hella like lost in it.
I said Galladay, Damian Williams, Christian Kirk, or Calvin Ridley, and I'm definitely staying away from Kirk. So, in my opinion, it would probably be Galladay, Damian Williams, or Calvin Ridley.
Oh, Damian Williams, Calvin Ridley.
And I think I'd probably just go Damian Williams. I'm just not that high on
Probably
Galladay this
go.
week.
I'd probably go Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley has a lot of upside. I think he has the most
Yeah,
upside of that whole group.
he's got the most upside, and I think they all have like pretty low floors. Like I think the floors on all those guys, like Damian Williams, could have like
Yeah,
an
somebody
8-point
commented
floor.
we like Ridley too. See, I like Ridley, but it also just depends on where you're at. Like, if you had somebody shit the bed for you on Thursday,
Hmm.
then I think you could
Yeah,
go Ridley hands down. But like,
for sure.
if you're playing against somebody who had somebody that shit the bed, then you just go safe, which is Damian Williams.
Marvin Jones Jr., Valdez Scantling.
That's tough one for sure too. Um,
Marvin Jones Jr. or Valdez Scantling. I just picked up Marvin Jones. He was a free agent in my league because I was like, okay, that's a steal. So I had to drop Robbie Anderson for him, sadly. But I think Marvin Jones is the play there.
So, hold on.
I don't know. I think I go Valdez Scantling.
Yeah, I think
Or I mean, I think I go Marvin Jones is what I was saying. It sucks because he's going against the Chargers, and that worries me. Like Chargers don't have a great pass defense, but at the same time, like they've been known to like every once in a while like stop people.
See, I think I go the reverse on that one. Honestly, I think I go MVS just because I think that he has more upside than Marvin Jones.
He does have more upside, that's for sure. So it depends. If you want the upside play, then go Valdez Scantling. But Marvin Jones, like
I don't
I
even
think
know.
he's just a lot safer.
I don't even know if he is safer. He might. I feel like he is safer, but like I don't know if how. I don't even think he's that much safer.
I don't know, man. I
Dude, there's just some. There's Hawkinson. You have Galladay. You have Amendola. You have all sorts of shit going on over there.
well, it's not about. I mean, I'm not like
Mm,
I get why you're worried there because there's so many different options and stuff. But
Thursday needs some
I
big
mean,
scores.
I don't know, dude. It's like Marvin Jones is just like a guy that I was super high on heading into the season.
Yeah, I mean, I just dropped him for Colin Gallup. So
Well, you
McLaurin,
dropped him for
Singletary.
Gallup?
Yeah.
What
I ran
the
that poll on
hell?
Twitter because you said not to do it. I've kind of wanted to do it, and then Twitter was like 89% of people
Dude,
were like,
yeah,
"Don't
it
do
was
it."
like,
I
do
was
it.
like, "All right, shit. I got to do it now."
So I'm saying Marvin Jones. He's saying Marquez Valdez Scantling. All right. So that hopefully that helps you a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't probably doesn't do him no good, but um, I think
McLaurin, Singletary, or Allen Robinson. I go Allen Robinson all day long.
I feel like I wanted to say Singletary, but then Allen Robinson popped up, and then he also says he needs big scores, so
Oh, we need a big score.
you need a
Oh
big
shit.
score. If you need a big score, I think you don't go McLaurin just because Allen Robinson. I think I would take over McLaurin.
Mm, I still go Allen Robinson.
The Bills are
I think
playing.
McLaurin has a chance to have like a really big score, but I think Allen Robinson I think he's guaranteed a big score. In all honesty,
It's guaranteed at least 10 points.
yeah, he's guaranteed. I would say at least 12 points in full PPR. McLaurin, I think he's guaranteed 4 points, but he has a max of like
Guaranteed
27.
4 points.
I mean, that's his floor,
Because the
really. Like,
Cowboys,
essentially.
it's not the best matchup. Like Cowboys defense, honestly, is like not DB wise, but linebacker wise, they can put pressure on you and cover good.
Well, and
I don't know.
they do have Byron Murphy and stuff too,
Yeah,
right?
they have
So
some DBs that I don't
yeah,
know.
they're. It's hard to respect the Cowboys because they're the Cowboys, but like they have a decent defense. Like it's one of my favorite defenses in the league.
Yeah. Um,
So yeah, I go Allen
but
Robinson.
Singletary is playing against the Giants though, man.
I don't care. I'm not ready to start Singletary yet.
I think I still go. I think I go Allen Robinson just because like I think it's
If
safer. And
Singletary got more work,
I think that Allen Robinson has just as much upside as Singletary.
if Singletary had more work last week, I would say for show. But Singletary didn't have that many carries. He just had hella yards.
Yeah, and actually, Frank Gore I think started the game. Like I think he's like the starter.
Yeah,
He got more carries
yeah.
and stuff. Even if like Amari's price keeps rising, Cooper has initially been patient. Oh, okay, just contract negotiation. Um,
I put Singletary at below 10 carries this week, so
yeah, I think he's probably 10 or below, and there's a chance he can break one off and score crazy. So
yeah.
I think it's
But,
close between him and Robinson, but I think
but let's say he breaks one off, all right? He breaks one off, he gets 70 yards and a touchdown. That's still like 13 points, and that's like the minimum that we have pretty much for Allen Robinson.
yeah, no, I think you just go Allen Robinson, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying there's a chance that we could be wrong and Singletary does outperform expectation.
I got you. Yeah, I go Allen Robinson, so
Yeah,
that's consensus. It's hard because McLaurin and Singletary both are boom or bust.
yeah, at least for
But
now.
Allen Robinson, I think he's middle of the pack or boom.
It's just hard for me. It's hard because Allen Robinson has Mitchell Trubisky, and
Yeah, I mean, Trubisky sucks.
I hate starting anybody on the Bears right now, just because like it just doesn't feel good. But you gotta do it.
Go back and watch Allen Robinson's Week 1 highlight reel, and I think that'll make you feel better about that decision.
No, I mean I see it. He's a beast. I love him, but it's Mitchell Trubisky that you know.
So how you guys feel about Philly's D this year? So I love Philly's defense this year, but they didn't show out Week 1. So if you can't show out against the Redskins, then who can you show out against, right?
Um,
It took them a half to get prepared, and then they finally figured it out.
I don't know. I wasn't super high on him. Like I like them as a team, obviously,
But not fantasy wise.
fantasy wise, I don't think they're the best.
That's actually strange.
I probably
Because
would.
you
I
were like,
probably
you were
would
hyping
recommend
him
him.
up. You were like, Fletcher Cox is the best D tackle in the league, and like, oh shit.
I said best pure defensive tackle in the league
I
because Allen
got you.
Robinson's kind of more of a right end now. But
Interesting. All right. Well, I guess for fantasy purposes, he's not high on him. I like
I'm
him,
not
but
that high on
like,
him.
I'm not starting him this week.
Yeah, definitely won't start him this week either. Um,
Yeah.
Julio Jones always torches us, but we still
Long term, I
generally
think I'd
win.
rather have Dallas because they put up a
Long
ton
term,
of
I'd rather have
defensive
Dallas
points.
too. Yeah, there's a lot more defenses I'd rather have than Philly,
Like
but
I grabbed Houston in
it's
one
not
of
the
my
it's not the
leagues this
worst.
week.
It's not the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston got dropped in one of my leagues, and I was like, oops, swoop.
And then I think AB like I would still start him because
Pretty
I think
much.
they're
Yeah.
he's been practicing after hours with the team and like he's been really trying to like get involved. I think they're gonna start him. Um,
Yeah, AB's solid.
yeah,
I pick him. I mean, you drafted him wherever you drafted him. You might as well freaking play him. You know what I'm saying?
and he's got the easiest matchup, so it's like all he needs to do is get like a couple catches, and he can easily have like even if he doesn't get that much work in, he can literally have two catches for like 50 yards and a touchdown, and that would be like a really good week or like solid week. But
And
I
let's
think
say AB never plays again after this week. You'll want to have played him at least once.
yeah, yeah, and the Patriots don't know if he's ever going to play this week too, so they want to play him at least once. I'm assuming. So I think he still play AB, and then Gordon.
Gordon or Diggs. That's tough, dude. I think I go Gordon.
I think I go Gordon too.
Diggs has got a tough matchup.
Diggs
Oh wait,
just
no, no. Diggs actually has a
he's got
great
Green
matchup,
Bay.
doesn't he? Yeah, he's got a great matchup. He normally eats against Green Bay.
Does he really though? Okay, hold on. I
He
gotta look this
does.
up. I gotta make
Last
sure you're not
week,
full of
week
shit.
one last year, week one last year, he crushed Green Bay, is what I was hearing. Let me see. Let me know if you find the stats before I do, because I remember historically that Diggs crushes Green Bay.
See, I don't know. Okay, so Green Bay. He went 9 for 13, 128, and two touchdowns last year, and then the other
Holy
game against
shit,
them was 11 for 77 and a touchdown. Yeah,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
you're right. I mean, he's right. He does generally do good against Green Bay.
It isn't standard though, so you lose those 9 points for those catches, but still had two touchdowns, whatever. And Green Bay still has a pretty average to bad defense. Um,
I don't know. I want to say Diggs, but I'm hesitant for some reason, just because that matchup
it,
against the Dolphins. Like, I think they.
it's a real toss up. I think Diggs is safer.
Yeah, I guess you have to go Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs is safer, especially with AB coming back.
I don't think that Gordon has a crazy week just because of that. Like, I just don't think they need to use him for a big play.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah, they're going
he
to be
could
using
get a
the
big
run game
play,
a lot. Think about the game script in New England today. They're probably going to like get an early lead real quick against Miami, and then they're gonna be running the ball down their throat.
and they're probably gonna get a
So
big lead by Antonio Brown and just an element. Honestly, I don't think Gordon has much.
exactly,
I
and
guess
well,
I,
and
think I,
probably
guess,
James
I guess I
White.
go. I think I go Diggs. I guess just because he
Yeah,
generally does good
Diggs,
against
Diggs.
Green Bay too. But
Lock it in. It's Diggs. Diggs is the man. All right, Boyd, Tyrell, Marquise, or Gallup start two.
I
Marquise
think
is it
Tyrell.
Marquise Goodwin?
Yeah. Or no, Marquise
Um,
Brown, bro.
oh,
Well, I'm
Marquise
assuming.
Brown.
Yeah.
I was like Goodwin. I was like Marquise Lee.
No.
Marquise. Too many Marquises
Okay,
in
so
this
so
league.
Gallup and Tyrell for sure for me. Like that one's not even.
I say Boyd and Tyrell.
I like Boyd, but I don't like him as much as you do. You're like super high on
Yeah,
Boyd for
Boyd
whatever
is one of
reason.
my favorite receivers this week. So I go Boyd and Tyrell. Boyd is my number one on
Tyrell
that list.
Tyrell's the number one receiver in that on the Raiders, which isn't saying much, but
Yeah, but we can both agree Tyrell is definitely on that list.
yeah. But Gallup, he's playing against the Redskins. He's gonna get at least 5 receptions, 100 yards, man. I'm telling you.
I say at least
Gallup
5 receptions, but I don't think he gets he might not get 100 yards.
Gallup might not always do statistically as good as Cooper does, but I think he has more receptions and more targets than Cooper most weeks, honestly.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We haven't seen them together that much yet, so the splits are still out there. But I go Boyd Tyrell. He goes Gallup Tyrell. So Tyrell's a must start, and then you can decide on the other two.
Yeah. Um,
It sucks not to play Marquise, But give it one more week. Let's see what they can do one more week, and then we can make our decision.
And,
It's really tough not to
and then
play them,
next
but
week, come back here and then rub it in somebody's face when they're wrong. So if I miss on Boyd, then tell me that I suck. But if he misses on Gallup like he will, then
like I will.
tell him that he sucks.
Don't rub it in my face. I'm a good man. You can rub it in his face though.
Come back in here and be like, man, I started Boyd because you said Boyd. Gallup got 20 points. I should listen to the other guy.
Bro, you already know Marquise is gonna get 58 points and Gallup and
Fuck
Boyd are
us
both gonna get
both.
6. Like,
That's possible too. That's the
it's
thing.
so possible. That's what sucks. Like, that is a really tough decision.
Marquise can blow up for fucking so many points, but
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
he's
hold-
injured right now, so don't. I mean, I wouldn't play him.
he's not injured. He's coming. He
What?
was coming off of injury.
Marquise.
He played last week.
Marquise. Hollywood Brown is injured still. What do you mean?
Not really.
They were talking about a pregame.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He might be a little shaken up, but he still played like 12 snaps last week.
Injury
And
update.
and
Ravens
that's the
Marquise
thing
Brown.
too, is that he only played 12 snaps last week, and I think that's because of his injury. But I think he still
Well,
plays.
yeah, and he only played 12 snaps. Gallup or Robinson, Chris.
Gallup.
Dad's asking for lineup advice right now.
Shit.
Gallup or Robinson. What do you think?
Gallup.
See, you
I'm just
thought
super-
you weren't
I'm
gonna have to
super
help him with
high-
his
I'm
lineup
super
this
high
year.
on Gallup. Yeah. Super high on Gallup, man. What can I say?
I'm going Robinson. So take what you will. I go Robinson. I think he's gonna get hella catches and whatever.
We need to
We've
find-
talked about Robinson
We need to
already.
find a third person so we can like not have a tie.
Holy crap! Allen Robinson, Tyrell, Antonio, Diggs, Josh Gordon, Devin Singletary. Start 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Take Devin Singletary out of there because the other players are too damn good.
Well, first off, I want to say thanks for subbing. That's awesome.
We
I love
do
you.
appreciate the sub. Yes, we do appreciate it.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your family. Actually, maybe don't because we're gonna give them too much fire advice.
Yeah.
um,
2 receivers, 1 flex. Shit, dude.
I'm gonna go Diggs, Antonio, Allen Robinson, or Diggs, Antonio, Tyrell. I think Tyrell or Allen Robinson are okay in the flex, but I'm definitely going Antonio and Diggs.
Okay, so with all the options that there is, I think I definitely go Antonio over Josh Gordon. So I think you can eliminate Josh Gordon, and I think you can eliminate
sure.
Devin Singletary. So I think it just becomes between Allen Robinson, Tyrell, Brown, and Diggs. And
Yeah,
with
if you have
those
faith in
options-
if you have faith in Trubisky, go Allen Robinson. If you have faith in Derek Carr, go Tyrell.
And then I think I go Antonio Brown, Tyrell. Oh, man, this is so hard.
That's a tough one,
It's a
huh?
tough one.
I think Diggs against the Packers is a surefire play, and I think Antonio Brown against Miami is a surefire play.
Yeah.
Like just playing matchups purely alone. And like we were talking about earlier, Antonio Brown's been staying super late, practicing with Stidham.
Well, the thing is like,
Stidham all week long, learning the playbook, getting everything down.
yeah, Antonio Brown's for sure. I think you for sure have to just start him. I think
Yeah.
my heart wants to say Allen Robinson and Tyrell Williams because I
And
just
Antonio? Okay.
because I don't like Diggs that much as a player. Like I like as a player I like him, but like fantasy wise, I just don't like him that much.
I feel it.
But I feel like my head says that's stupid and you should play Diggs.
Yeah,
So like, I
It's
feel like
kinda
you have to
painful
go
not to.
Antonio Brown and Diggs and then Tyrell. I think
damn.
you go Tyrell Williams. I don't know. I like Tyrell Williams. Hold on. Let me look at the schedule one more time.
Who would you pick between Allen Robinson or Tyrell, Kyle?
Yeah, pretty much that's what it comes down to. The Raiders are playing against. Wait.
I think I'm picking Allen Robinson.
Think so?
Allen Robinson just looked too damn good last week, man. I'm like so high on him right now.
I think
I'm an
I go-
Allen Robinson
I think I
truther.
go Tyrell Williams just because like he's number one, and they're playing against the Chiefs, which their secondary sucks. They're gonna have to put up points because it's the Chiefs, so they have to throw the ball at some point, at least, like because they're gonna get scored on. I think you have to just go Tyrell Williams, man. That's my opinion.
Well, there you have it, man. Split room.
So Antonio
Sorry
Brown,
if that
Diggs,
doesn't help you.
Antonio Brown, Diggs, and then take whoever you like better personally between Allen Robinson and Williams.
Yeah, I would go with your heart. And I think if you pick the wrong one, don't blame yourself for it. It's a hard decision. Like
It can go
it's
either way,
fantasy
honestly.
football.
That's like a
Yeah.
straight up toss up. Allen
Like
Robinson's a beast receiver. His problem is Trubisky. He's also traveling to, Mile High, which isn't generally an easy area to play at. It's not the hardest,
That's
I
a
guess,
good
but
point.
it's not easy by any means.
That's a good point. I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, and then Tyrell, is that a home game? At Oakland Raiders, so it's a home game against the Chiefs. He's number one receiver. They're gonna have to score points against the Chiefs because it's the Chiefs. I don't know. That's why I take
Game script.
Tyrell.
Game script wise, Tyrell seems like a better play. Game script.
But with that information, yeah, you definitely can do what you think is best with that one.
Yeah, I don't mind going Tyrell either. So
So Diggs.
God, that's tough.
The next one is Cup, Gordon, Diggs. You have to pick two. I'm picking Diggs, and
In standard, so not PPR.
yeah, Diggs isn't.
I go Diggs and Cup.
You don't play Diggs in PPR for like 4 PPR. He's more just like a get your points and
I'll go Diggs and Cup.
really Cup and non PPR.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Huh?
Cup. It's not PPR though too. Because
But
it's
like,
not
what's
PPR.
Gordon gonna do, man? I just don't think Gordon's gonna do much this week.
I don't think Gordon's gonna do much this week too, but he still has a chance to get like a big play
Especially against the Dolphins. But
against the Dolphins. I think he has more upside than Cup. But is he safer than Cup?
I'm going Cup and Diggs, locking it in. I'm
Saints
really
gonna
low on
be-
Gordon this week.
That's going to be like a shootout, I think. So Cups could be good.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's standard though. I think I might lean Gordon, just off of upside. But I think Cup could be safer, honestly. But I think Gordon has more upside. So I think I go Gordon Diggs.
Okay.
And you're gonna
I
go
can respect
You're
it.
gonna go Cooper Diggs.
I'm going Cooper, Cup, and Diggs.
All right.
I think Diggs is a must play because he's got that huge touchdown potential.
Oh.
Cooper Cup, like I really, really like this year, and he's always a must start for me pretty much. If he slows down and like doesn't do anything or whatever, then I start looking towards Gordon. But this week, like I think GameScript's going to go completely against Gordon. He's going to there's going to be a quick score to either Edelman or Antonio Brown, and then or James White, and then Gordon's going to be pretty much left out of the offense. Flip a coin between Diggs and Antonio. Wait, what? He's going to go with Allen Robinson and Tyrell?
So he's gonna go with both of our guys and then flip between the other guy. Well, if you're gonna go
Damn.
between Diggs and Antonio, I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't even know who
Yeah,
I prefer in that.
I was saying Diggs and Antonio are a lock, and then Allen Robinson, Tyrell are the coin flip. But I
think
feel
so
it
too,
like
but
both of them are
get
really
that.
good.
All 4 of them are good starts. Honestly, it's just
All right.
whatever you.
And then Hamburger Helper said Deshaun Jackson or Devin Singletary. I'm going Deshaun Jackson because Devin Singletary doesn't get enough carries yet. I think I put him at under 10 carries this week, and if he doesn't get that, then he's not worth starting yet. Like he's not going to get the opportunity to get points.
against the Bills, or against the Giants, it's a good matchup too. But I just
Because he can break one. But if
break one.
if he's getting 20 carries a game, then I'm all for Devin Singletary. I'm on the hype train, but because he made the most with the carries that he got last week. But you can't I don't know. You can't expect him to get 70 yards a carry every game. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like my heart says Djax, and my brain says Singletary. Like I feel like I want to say Singletary, but then I feel like I'd just be overthinking it and shooting myself in the
Djax
foot. So I just think that Djax is a safer play.
Djax is the play. They're going to be getting some big gains out of him. Again, appreciate the sub, Mark. We love getting subscriptions to our account because we're trying to grow this as much as possible and so we can help as many people or give it our best shot. We have fun with it too, so every Sunday morning, this is like my favorite thing to do.
And if anybody has any recommendations, if they want to make, if they want us to make a video on whatever, we can try to do that. We're just limited because of our schedules for school and everything, but
Yeah, so we're trying to get at least 2 videos out a week, which is basically this one where we do our fantasy stream, and we're trying to get like a video on like waivers and stuff every week. Our waiver video I didn't like too much this week. I think we got it like a little off track, and
well, not even off track, but
whatever.
we just put like we put a lot of names in there to talk about guys that you should pick up and guys that you shouldn't, and guys that like
Yeah,
watch, which is helpful, but it's just too long, and I don't think that many people want to
too
stay for that.
much
So
information,
I
honestly.
think this week we're gonna try to cut
Yeah,
it down to like 10 to 15 minutes. It's just like the top guys at each position that we must add.
and we're gonna give it our best shot. We say that every single week, and we end up making these long videos. So
Yeah.
I think it's beneficial, but it's also who has the
But the
time
thing
for it.
too is I do put timestamps in there, so if you have like it's you can look at all the players beforehand, and
Specific,
you don't have to
yeah,
watch the whole video. You can just look at whichever players that you have interest in, or you know. So
yeah. See, kind
so
of what
if
we
we
said
do
on
go
specific players.
yeah, if we do go crazy with time, then you just look at the timestamp and decide who you want to watch or what part you want to watch. Um,
Yeah, so we're slowly working on it. If anybody has any suggestions in the comments, you could throw some stuff down there. We don't mind. We love reading it. So
I do want to do a video where we go over like each team and like guys that like we still have faith in, guys that you should buy, or guys like just go like literally going over the whole team and just do like an hour long video in depth if anybody wants to watch that. But I don't know. I think that's something to do on like
okay.
Wednesday or Friday. I think, but again, that's
So
just hard to do.
it was just confirmed that Joe Mixon and hey, I didn't say that. I'm the one that said the Gallup is trash. He's the one that said Gallup's the king. All right.
Yeah. So don't. I said Gallup, start Gallup and everything. I
He's
load him up, man.
yeah. Kyle is all on the Gallup train, man. Uncle Rick, man. Appreciate it.
What were you saying about Joe Mixon?
They just confirmed Joe Mixon is in, and they confirmed that Antonio Brown is in.
Okay.
Also, that Michael Badgley is out. But that doesn't really change
Shouldn't
much because
change
I
much.
dropped him in most leagues. He's a streamer.
Oh, actually, shit. One more question too. Would you
What do you got?
keep Matt Bryant? And I got Matt Bryant in 2 leagues. Do you keep him, or do you?
Is he
try
not
to
playing
take
this
him
week?
out? No, I think
Yeah.
he's playing. But last week he got 0 points, dude. He gave me a dud.
Mixon is playing. That's what I was saying. And AB, we love AB over here. I'm all on the AB train this
I don't know
week.
about we love AB, but like
I mean not
this week,
not
yeah.
who AB is. We're not pro rape here. We're just saying AB is a good receiver. Okay.
AB this week's good because you got Miami. They're gonna target. I think he takes targets over Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the number 2 or number 1 receiver, borderline somewhere in there on that offense. Because Edelman's still gonna get his share no matter what. And then
Yeah.
so they're gonna get their lead probably with AB, and then they're gonna run the ball. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a mix of AB, Edelman, and James White getting the ball at the very beginning of the game, and then as the game progresses, it's just gonna be Sony Michel running down the gut.
yeah, unless they just want to run it all game long, but I don't think they do that. I think they have a little fun with it, and I think they go.
Yeah.
I think Antonio Brown's a log for like 15 points at halftime, and then he probably just doesn't do shit for the rest of the game.
And then yeah, so Mixon's now a must start because he's playing pretty much. If you have another good running back or good wide receiver, then you can consider it because he does have that sprained ankle. But I mean, you kind of have to play Mixon, which
I wouldn't
sucks.
consider it a must start though.
He's a must start over most people.
Most people, yeah. I'm still playing McCoy over him though.
Like in my leagues, like the guys I have to choose between, like I've got one with.
he's just almost yeah.
Well, I have a Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Tyrell, and Kenny Galladay where I have to start too, and I'm playing Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs over Tyrell and Kenny Galladay, and that kind of hurts.
I was
But
Tyrell.
because I do want to play Tyrell, but it's PPR and I'm going Stephon. So
Again with Mixon, even if he's playing, I just don't think he gets that much work because he's I don't know sprained ankle, man. You can't.
all right, D.D. Westbrook or Ted Ginn. This is a question I've never received before.
I feel like I want to go DD, but
Yeah, I'm leaning D.D. Ted Ginn's just too boom or bust,
he's too boomer bust.
and I don't even know how boom he is.
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. He's boomer bust, and his boom is his boom even a boom, or it's more like a tickle.
Yeah.
So
DD's a must, well, not a must start. DD's a must start in
must
that
start.
situation. In that situation, situationally. And then AP or Latavius Murray. AP.
Yeah, AP. He's gonna
AP
start.
because he's confirmed 30 carries.
He's starting. Latavius Murray's not starting, and also the Rams have a good defense for the most part. So
Don't get me wrong, I do love Latavius Murray. I'm starting AP though. Like if I even get a chance like to start AP, like I have AP in like 3 or 4 leagues, but for some reason I just have better players to play, so I can't get to play AP sadly.
see,
But
those are two players that I don't like. But between the two players that I don't like, I'm going AP just because he's starting.
oh, see, I love both of them.
I have Latavius Murray in
Um,
like one league, but I didn't like it. I
I
just
I go with Dakota Prescott all day over
yeah, oh
Trubisky.
yeah, because Trubisky sucks. Plus
Trubisky's
he's
inaccurate.
going to Denver, and that's just never an easy environment.
Yeah, and Dakota Prescott's playing against a weak Redskins secondary, a weak Redskins. Like, I
You
mean,
can
obviously,
fire up
Kyle,
Dak Prescott for the first like 3 weeks. I think next week he's got a pretty easy matchup too, if I'm right,
yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Dak is going to be slinging it today because normally the Redskins try to stop Ezekiel Elliott like crazy, and then Dak Prescott just ends up destroying us because we've got 8 in the box, and then our DBs are not good in like single man coverage. So,
Well, and then what they're trying to do, they're not trying to establish the run game. I don't think anymore. I think with Kellen Moore, he's trying to establish the passing game, because
mhm.
if you can't pass, like if you're struggling passing, or if you can't stop them passing, then that's when they need to back up coverage and do some more shit to like stop your passing attack, and then that's when you just fucking run it with Zeke. And so I think that's what they're trying to do this year, or at least that's what they showed last week. And then Dak next week's got the Dolphins, so you could pretty much fire up Dak for 2 straight weeks.
I'm going to say Cowboys 60% to 40%.
So I'm gonna
Please
go.
excuse my dog; she gets excited for football season. What's up, Kyle?
Is that Deshaun Jackson or Deshaun? That's Deshaun Jackson, right?
That's Deshaun Jackson.
What's the
Who else?
guy in the Denver's again? The Denver and Deshaun. The
Oh,
Deshaun.
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 Yeah, you throw an A in
Is that how
there.
you spell it? You throw it in. Oh, okay.
It's DAE and then Sean or
Mm.
Emmanuel Sanders. So
So,
I'm
so
gonna.
I
That's
I think you go Djax. I like Djax as a receiver better. I like Djax in general better. They're going against the Bears, so I just think not only is it a bad defense to go up against because they're a good defense, I just like Deshaun Jackson.
yeah. He confirmed Jackson.
Yeah, the only reason why I thought maybe Deshaun for a second there is because I'm pretty sure I remember it being spelled differently than that. It's just because like Denver and Denver, choosing two guys from Denver maybe, but
Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders going against Chicago. I go to Sean Jackson. That's hard for me, but then I looked at it a little closer.
you
I
got
don't
Joe
know.
Flacco quarterback going against the Bears. It's not going to end well, I don't think.
And that Atlanta game's a shootout for sure. Atlanta Philly.
Maybe it might be a
It's always a
shootout.
shootout.
It's always like
Wasn't it a shootout last year?
no, it was fucking dead. I think it was like a low scoring game. I mean, it might have been like 17-15, or it could have been even worse than that. I forgot. I remember it being like a shitty game for like a lot of people. I enjoyed the game just because I'm a fan, but a lot of people didn't like the game.
I mean, Jets are going against the Browns. Who do you have another defense or anything, or is it just the Jets there?
Defenses, I'm not an expert with defenses. I will concede that one.
Yeah, because if you have somebody else, then I might consider doing something else. I mean, the Jets defense crushed it week 1, so it's like,
Yeah, I don't think the Jets defense is a bad defense to play. I think they have a good defense. Browns struggled week 1 against the Titans defense as well, so I think Jets should be fine. But again, I don't really know too much about defenses. Like
the
I
Browns
know
only
what
scored
defenses are
13
good, but
points. Browns only scored 13 points last week.
you can start a
Yeah.
lot more. But like the thing is it you don't want to waste waiver priority on a defense. Like let's say you're at like you have 12 guys in your league and you're like sixth priority. That could be useful. So you don't want to just blow a waiver priority on a defense.
Can you give top 5 waiver wires? Um,
Let me see.
top 5 defensive waiver wires or top 5 in general?
I think top five like waiver wires, like who should be available. Holy shit.
Well, it's
Dude, 49ers got 27 points last week. I didn't even realize. Tennessee Titans are on my waiver wire against the Colts. I don't know about that one though.
there's like nothing on my waiver wire right now, like
Oh
nothing
really?
worth a damn. Like Jimmy Graham,
It varies because I have
Dallas
like
Cowboys
I
defense.
have
If
the
Dallas Cowboys
Chargers are
defense is,
the Chargers are on
oh,
my waiver wire right now. So
you
it's
said
like
defense specifically. Yeah, if I just saw the Dallas Cowboys are on my waiver wire, I would grab them immediately and and throw them in there. Um, Aside from that, I have the Chiefs on there against Oakland, Green Bay against Minnesota. I definitely don't play Green Bay because I think Minnesota is going to score a lot. Playing Kansas City, I don't really like either, to be completely honest.
I think I go Mayfield in that question.
So yeah, if
Stafford
Dallas
and
is
Mayfield.
available, if Dallas is available above the Jets, I would play Dallas. If not, which they probably aren't, then I would play the Jets.
Matt Stafford has a bad matchup against the Chargers. Chargers have a good defense. Baker Mayfield also has a difficult matchup with the Jets. But in that situation, you have to just play the better quarterback, which is Baker Mayfield.
Also, I like the Bills are a free agent in another one of my leagues, so I'd play them. Sorry, we're on two different questions right now, but yeah, I go Stafford myself.
Well, it's the defense is just it's a long question, so I just figured I'd answer the short question real quick.
Yeah, I got you. Can't start my defense.
And I assume you agree, Baker Mayfield above.
Yeah, he says he's starting AP, so can't start his defense against them. I go Stafford over Mayfield, by the way. Like that's just me.
Stafford
Until
over Mayfield.
Mayfield shows something, yeah, because
Oh, really?
until Mayfield shows anything, and Dallas D is for real. Chris can't start my defense against them. Yeah, I guess, but Dallas also has defensive touchdown upside.
I think you can't start your defense against them though. Like
Yeah, that's I agree.
there's a world which both guys can do good, and you don't want to just like bet on AP doing good because odds are like he could still get like 5 points. He can get 20 carries for 50 yards and not do shit, and then the Cowboys defense can go out for 20 points, and then you're fucking yourself because
Well, yeah, because if Dallas, let's say Dallas's linebacker,
it's a pick.
what's
All it
his
takes is one
nuts
pick six.
gets a pick six. That's points you get automatically for just getting a pick. Plus, there's gonna be tons of sacks today because they got linebackers that do some crazy things, and Case Keenum has no offensive line because Trent Williams decides he doesn't want to play.
Plus,
So
your defense starts off with 10 points. If you want AP to get points, let's say AP best case scenario for you has a 70-yard touchdown beginning of the game and you get 70 yards and then you get a touchdown, 13 points off AP just like that. That brings the defense down to like 4 points. So you still have some points to work with, and then they're gonna get a couple sacks on Baker or not Baker on Case Keenum, and I don't know.
yeah, and I think Dallas defense is a better play than AP anyway. So like if you didn't want to play AP or whatever, you can play Latavius Murray and
That's true. That's
and
true.
play
I don't
Dallas
know.
defense.
I get it though, because like
If
you don't want
if
to
it's that
root.
big,
It's hard as a fan to like
yeah,
root for like I need this guy to do good, but like I also don't want to like it's if you're watching the game, it's hard to root for it. Like it's just like you guys sit back
yeah.
and enjoy
I
it.
always just play best available regardless. Like
Oh yeah,
if I've got three receivers from the same team, I'm playing the three receivers from the same team if they're the best receivers that I have.
yeah, you have
Like
to.
that's just me. I don't care. Like because like if I have it's better than like let's say I have Cooper Cup and Robert Woods, but I also have like Marquise Brown or something, and I want to play both my guys from the Rams, but whatever, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna play one of them, play Cooper Cup, and then you know, and then play Marquise Brown, and then all of a sudden, Robert Woods ends up scoring two touchdowns. Then I feel like the idiot because I played the wrong Rams receiver because I was going with whatever. So should I start Daniel Carlson? I don't have an issue with starting Daniel Carlson.
I don't know who Daniel Carlson is, man.
You don't know who Daniel Carlson is? He's a kicker.
Raiders. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really know that much about kickers. That's why I have Matt Bryant in both my leagues because I don't want to fucking find out. I'm just like I know Matt Bryant.
I have one league where there's no kickers and no defenses, and it is the most fun league that I've ever played because
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that random BS every single week. I think that honestly, having kickers and defenses in a league is such a joke. Like I would rather deepen up like the players that you start each week in the flex, like add like three flexes and then have to decide between, who am I playing? Justin Jackson, Peyton Barber, like
Oh, I mean, that's more
Kiki
fun for
Kuti.
sure.
Like that is so much fun because then you can analyze each team's offense and like really dissect it rather than saying, well, I think this defense as a whole is good. Um, like Matt Prater, I like Mason Crosby, I like. Those are guys I like playing this week above Daniel Carlson, but Daniel Carlson's a decent, he's a decent option. Like he has upside.
Yeah, and I guess
Um,
the Chiefs is you have to score points. So if they're not scoring points, they're going to kick field goals.
yeah, they're going to get into field goal range and probably get shut down once they do. So Daniel
So I'm
Carlson
expecting
should get
Sony
some points.
Michelle to go off.
Joe Mixon, Cohen, Larry Fitzgerald, pick 2. I go Mixon, Larry Fitzgerald. What about you?
Um,
I'm high on Larry Fitzgerald this week.
I get that. That's honestly a pretty close one, I think.
It's pretty close.
Larry
I
Fitzgerald's-
like Cohen.
Larry
But
Fitzgerald's got the Ravens, bro.
yeah,
You're high on him against
I
the
don't
Ravens?
care. I don't care. He's still going to be the guy that makes Kyler Murray feel safe at night, and he's going to be. Kyler Murray's going to be holding Larry Fitzgerald's leg in his arms. Like, thank you for carrying me, Larry. Like, yeah, Larry Fitzgerald's the king. He's the king of football.
That's a really hard one, honestly.
I think I'm oversimplifying it, to be completely honest, but still. Like,
So Mixon, he's coming off an injury, so he's still going to be a little banged up. I think you have to start him out of those options. I think just because like,
that's the only reason why I
Dobbson's not that
started.
good.
Because you have
So I
to.
think you have to. But he might be limited. But even in that limited work, he still could do decent. I mean, I could see a world in with Cohen and Larry Fitzgerald can both get more points than him. But I think you just have to take Mixon. And then
There's
Cohen,
a world 50% of the time. There's a world where if you pick Cohen before Mixon, you're going to be happy about it.
Cohen,
But I think you have to play Mixon because you're going to be more pissed at yourself for not playing Mixon if he succeeds.
that's true. Yeah. I think Cohen though, the problem with him is like I don't know what to expect because like last year he got a lot of catches out of the backfield, but like this week, like last week, he didn't really do that as much. It was more the slot, right? So if Anthony Miller comes in and let's say he's healthier to play, then they might start putting him in the slot, and that could take away from slot work that Cohen got last week. So
Cohen will still see the field though.
he'll still
He's
see
Cohen.
the field. Maybe even he could go back out of the. He could get some passes out of the backfield. So he's gonna see it either way, I think. But
It's a Giants fan asking us questions. That's funny. It's an NFC East lobby up in here, man. We got Cowboys fans in here. We got Giants fans. It's crazy.
Tariq Cohen though, see, you only got 9 points last week, and that was against the Packers too.
And the Packers are a really weak defense. Yeah,
I guess you have to go Mixon and Larry Fitzgerald, but I don't like it. Like, because
Yeah, no, it hurts.
Because the Ravens defense is good. Like, I don't like playing people against the Ravens defense. But like you said, I
Yeah.
think like that's like number one receiver for them. Obviously, like I think you gotta just do Mixon and Larry.
Yeah.
If the Bears were, I think if the Bears were at home against the Broncos, I might go with Cohen. But like because they're away and they're going to Denver, I think I would stay away.
I did started a dynasty up this year, like where it was like hella deep flex spots, and like I grabbed 4 running backs in a row at the very beginning of the draft, and I ended up having to draft Larry Fitzgerald, T.Y. Hilton, and like all these old guys in this dynasty league because there was like nobody else, and I needed to still have a good enough team. I ended up scoring the most points in the league in week 1 because of Larry Fitzgerald, T.Y. Hilton, and all those guys that I drafted that were geezers.
Last week was just a weird week. It was just
It was geezer week, man. It was so great. Like my team went off the hook. I had Marlon Mack and Chris Carson and like Austin Eckler, like all these random dudes just like blowing up.
oh yeah.
I had Marquise Brown on my bench. Like still had 180 points. Oh, fantasy football, man. How we love you. Got a lot of great comments in this week, man. We had like what 15 viewers like off and on. 8 viewers, 9 viewers. Definitely a good time.
It was more like 6 off and on, but like.
Well,
yeah.
we had Chris, Rick,
but then again,
you get
a lot of them are
Chad
us though.
Barr.
Yeah, like I'm 1 year 1.
Jackson, Mark,
in terms of questions, yeah, we got like a decent
Yeah,
amount of different.
15-ish people, like not too bad. Hopefully it just keeps getting bigger each week. We can get some more information out to people. Obviously, most of the questions him and I were split on this last week. We're gonna have to start keeping like a tally and doing a review of all of our answers.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think we'll take a tally after we're done with all this and see how accurate both of us were. Yeah, I'm gonna put a list together so we could talk about it in the waiver video, or make a different video for it,
Or even next week.
or next week and say, oh, here's the rankings.
If we
That'd
get
be
a similar
cool.
question, like involving like let's say Gallup for example, we can point to that last week.
Dude, shit, Redskins Dunbar is out. Oh god. Dominique Rogers Cromartie, dude, he gets so burnt. We're screwed. There's no way we beat the Cowboys today.
Hey man, I can hope.
Dude, I'm praying that we beat the Cowboys today, but at the same time, I think it's like a 40% chance, maybe. And
The,
with our best cornerback out,
oh yeah.
it's like I don't know.
The only reason why I want the Dallas Cowboys to do okay is just because I put the 12 there's like this collectible thing in Madden right now. I put 12 collectibles in, and it gives me a random team. So based off like I get so much training based off of how good Dallas does because Dallas was the random team I got, which isn't a bad team to have because they're gonna get at least like 9 wins. But that's the only reason that like I want them to get 12 wins, just because it's a shit ton of training.
I feel that.
If we
I
can get
respect
if we
it.
can get 14 wins and Dallas gets 12, I'm okay with that.
14 wins and Dallas gets 12. That's wishful thinking.
You know, I can dream.
Dude, that'd be so funny if Dallas gets 12 wins and gets a wild
Wild
card
card for
spot.
that. Oh my god.
That would be so
That's
hysterical.
hysterical for any team that gets 12 wins, honestly.
Yeah. Well, it'd be funny because it's Dallas.
Oh yeah, no, it's even more fun because it's Dallas. But
That's the dream. That's living the fantasy.
shit.
Oh god, dude, I love this channel, man. It's good stuff. All right, so do you want to wrap it up here? Or?
It's up to
Looks
you,
like the
man.
comments have slowed up. We have a few people watching, but
That's up to you,
if
man.
anybody has any comments, man, it's your last chance.
Yeah, we might be wrapping it up pretty soon here.
We'll give a minute and a half, 1.5 minutes. If somebody has any last second questions, we've got a few people watching. I know it. I could feel it.
Me, you, probably my dad.
What do you think? What do you think about Peyton Barber this season, man?
Oh, dude, that's a tough one because I liked Ronald Jones better, and then they said that he's not the starter still, and I still paid Barber's job. And then I was like, well, shit. So now I don't really like Ronald Jones anymore.
But then,
And
but then,
then
like yesterday, yeah.
and then the gain happened, and then he didn't do shit. So that confirmed that I don't like Ronald Jones anymore. And then Peyton Barber killed it. And
Well, no, but then I just heard a media report that said, "Oh, Ronald Jones looked to be put it into the offense. Sorry, inputted into the offense more, like whatever. They're looking to give him more carries." And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So like, you didn't like what you saw from him, but now you're going to give him more carries? I'm confused. Like, and the headlines just keep changing every week. It's, oh, Peyton Barber's the starter. Ronald Jones looking to get more carries.
I stay clear from both of them. I don't want to do with any I don't care if they have a starting running back or if like worst case scenario I pick one of them up because I don't think any of them are going to be added.
I think either of them are good enough to be a starting running back, but they're not giving either of them the chance.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like, it's
want to see. Well, I don't know. I don't like Barber that much. I like Ronald Jones better. I think Ronald Jones could be a starter. I'm not sure how
like
high of a quality starter, but I think they should give him the shot.
Like in week 2, Barber had 23 rushes for 82 yards and a touchdown. Like that's a pretty good workload, and he had like an average yards per carry and whatever.
Yeah, but the problem is I think they did that last year, and then the problem is next game he's gonna get like
They're gonna take it from him
14
again.
carries and then just fucking get shut down. And that's why I'm not high on him at all. I don't care what he does. I'm not getting Peyton Barber. I'm not getting sucked into that. I'm not gonna start Peyton Barber and get 2 points.
Yeah. So this last week they said we're gonna get Ronald Jones more involved, and then Ronald Jones had 9 yards. It's just like it's such a tough. It's like the new Patriots basically. Although the Patriots are still the Patriots.
Patriots have
I don't know.
three 3 to 4 running backs they like to use. So, you know, they still take the lead on that department.
And I don't know where I'm like standing on Kiki Kuti right now, man.
Oh, he's a fucking. I don't want him at all, dude. He's waiver wire.
I know I've got him though in a few leagues, just sitting there because I'm like, there's nobody better to pick up right now. Like, there's nobody I'm really looking at. Like, who am I going to grab? Devontae Parker.
The thing is I was never high on him to begin with, and then he got hurt, and then they traded for Kenny Stills. So now it's like I'm not high on him at all because I think Kenny Stills is a better receiver than him. So there's no way you start Kenny Stills or bench Kenny Stills for Cutie, and especially after you traded like those draft picks, like and whatnot. Like you just have to start Kenny Stills, man. So I think Kenny Stills is the third receiver, locked and loaded. I don't think Kiki's gonna be shit.
That's so weird, man. Like, everybody was so high on Kiki Kuti, and like I honestly drank the Kool-Aid a little bit. I started like getting high on him as well because everybody was just like, spouting off about how Kuti was like the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, no, sliced bread's better, bro. I don't know.
No, I didn't like him at all this year. And then people were like, people were hyping him up. His draft position was higher. So I didn't draft him, but he got dropped in one of my leagues. So I picked him up in one of my leagues for a quick moment. Because it's like, okay, well, if I'm wrong, at least I have one share of him off the waiver wire that I didn't even draft, And then he got injured, so I dropped his ass real quick.
Wow. What a season.
Week 2, what a season.
What a season in week 2. Why'd they send Will Grier in the game for one play last week? Did Cam get injured or?
I forgot.
Because they put him in the game. He threw one pass for 12 yards, it looks like.
I remember that too. I don't remember why.
They're like, all right, Cam, you need to get your head right. Like, I didn't watch the game fully, so like I
Might have gotten
don't.
injured for like one player, so I don't know. I fucking had no idea, dude. I forgot. And
I'm just looking at the stat line.
I'm not even sure if I saw him.
Yeah. Man, Curtis Samuel made me so happy this week, like with his 13 targets, 5 receptions.
Yeah.
Like, I played him in the flex spot in one of my deeper leagues, and it could have very honestly been a very horrible like mistake, and it worked out. So I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting season. All right, well, I guess we got week 2 football kicking off. So not now, but soon. So
Yeah.
we are gonna clock out.
Yeah. If anybody's still watching, next week, same thing. Love you.
Sub count, 2 new subs today. It was a good one.
All right, later, guys.
All right, have a good one.